you find the main challenges of marketing to women are now?
We used to look at things in a very specific way in terms of age profiles, income levels. That's all changed. Today it's all about a lifestyle, a mindset, where someone is engaging, what her interests are, and how you can capture her interest in a way that is part of her life and an area where she is naturally engaged and therefore is going to be more open to your messaging.
It should become as no great surprise to any marketer that women are responsible for 70 plus 80% of the decision making around whether it's cars, financial products or the more traditional FMCG products. But really, I think in the last 5 years, and certainly the last couple of years particularly, marketers are starting to wake up to the fact that this powerful demographic cannot be ignored.
Another key thing, and I think we'll see it more and more, is the decline in receptivity to ads as we are bombarded by them, and as they try and also, I guess as marketers, as we get a bit sneakier and try to sneak those messages into people's lives, they're not necessarily welcome. So for us, the opportunity is to try and find those moments where they are welcome and maximise those.
I'm very lucky that at Harvey Norman, from the time you're young to the time you're old, you shop with Harvey Norman. So I have the broadest demographic. So I can go in and out of all sorts of media to get to those women, and my team know them well.
One of the challenges is getting women's attention because everybody's so busy. I mean, running around, children, husband, friends, still trying to do your job, doing everything. So getting women's attention, so getting them at the right moment for them to engage with an advertiser's brand is probably the biggest challenge I see for us.
In what ways has the relationship with advertisers changed?
I think the way we're relating to our clients is changing dramatically, and certainly from my experience, we've got a much closer relationship directly with the client than we had when I first started. And that's partly about the needs of the client being I think taken into greater consideration.
We still have to be solution focused. We have to go to them and create some kind of solution to their problem. The difference now is, of course, the manner in which we can create the solution. We've got many more options to help them, and they have many more problems, I think, in the fact that there are many different ways that customers can interact with their brand. And so we have to be responsive to all of those.
Bauer owns both Clio and Dolly as titles, so we can sit down with an advertiser and think outside the box. We have no limits in terms of what we can and can't do, and it's born some really exciting creative ideas, so we've got closer relationships with advertisers nowadays.
We've got obviously the magazine, the website, social, and also Cosmo TV. We've launched a video series. So our relationship now is really far more of a collaboration. It's less about an advertiser coming to us and just wanting to place an ad, and more about workshopping ideas and looking at what the objectives for the advertiser are and how we can seamlessly integrate that across all our platforms.
What really makes a relationship with advertisers work?
Native content is so important to all our advertisers right now. We're really capable of creating clever native content that speaks to this woman in a very natural, organic way across lots of different platforms. And I think that we can bring that to an advertiser in a way that they can't necessarily do it on their own.
You talk about Bauer and you talk about magazines. They're print and they're digital, right? So all the different ways that you can get to people is encompassed within the Bauer titles. If you're an editor now, you're working a lot harder because you've got content, you're on Instagram, you're on all of these things. But for me as an advertiser, I don't have to do any of that, right? So I'm placing an ad with Bauer, and when it goes in the magazine, then I've got my digital assets with it. So for me, it's seamless.